Hi there, I'm Natalie. Sharon Tate, the focus of today's video, passed away at the young age of 26. Her story reminds us of the unpredictability of life and the importance of cherishing every moment, as we never know what lies around the corner. The mansion at 10,050 Cielo Drive in Los Angeles was demolished due to its infamous reputation, and the address no longer exists. Originally designed in the French country style, the mansion boasted spacious rooms, large windows, fireplaces, a veranda, a swimming pool, and lush gardens with pine, cherry, and orange trees. Initially intended for French actress Michelle Morgan, the mansion later became home to various celebrities. In February 1969, a young couple moved in, adding another chapter to its storied history. From the earliest moments of her life, Sharon Tate was showered with compliments and her beauty. At just 6 months old, she won the title of Miss Baby of the Dallas pageant for being the most adorable child. Relatives and family couldn't get enough of the charming girl. Sharon's family frequently relocated due to her father's military service, and she, being the eldest of 3 daughters, was cherished by all. Sharon Tate's childhood was marked by frequent school changes, making it difficult for her to establish lasting connections with classmates. Her inherent shyness led her to mask her insecurities with an air of aloofness. However, her life took a positive turn when her father was stationed in Italy in 1960, where she finally found her first true friends. With her newfound friends, Sharon Tate immersed herself in exploring the surroundings of Verona. One day they stumbled upon something intriguing. Near their school, an American film studio was setting up for a location shoot of a new film. This piqued Sharon's curiosity and fascination with the world of filmmaking. Martin Reed was filming an adaptation of Hemingway's stories about the adventures of Nick Adams and was delighted to recruit extras from high school students. Sharon Tate's beauty and presence didn't go unnoticed by Richard Beymer, who played the role of Nick Adams. Beymer generously offered compliments, provided professional advice, recommended reputable agents, and offered unwavering support to Tate throughout the filming process. They embarked on a romantic relationship that lasted for the 2 weeks the film crew remained in Verona. Beyond experiencing her first genuine romantic love, Sharon also harbored a newfound aspiration to pursue a career as an actress, inspired by this encounter. Before this, Sharon had planned to pursue a career in psychiatry after completing her schooling. However, all those aspirations were swiftly abandoned once her interest in acting was ignited. She eagerly sought out opportunities to break into the film industry, landing roles as an extra in Pat Boone's musical show and securing an episodic part as a patrician in the historical film Barabbas. Sharon understood that her chances of becoming a movie star in Italy were slim, as the industry was saturated with talent, and her American appearance was not in demand. Determined to pursue her dreams, she promptly returned to America after graduating from high school. However, her mother, Doris Tate, was distraught upon learning of Sharon's intentions and insisted on her daughter returning home to be with the family. Disheartened but determined, Sharon reluctantly returned to Italy and spent a year living with her family. When her father was finally stationed back in the United States, Sharon made the bold decision to leave home for good. She purchased a one-way ticket to Los Angeles and rented a room in the suburbs. Remembering the advice of Richard Beymer, Sharon sought out his excellent agent, Harold Gevsky, as her first step in pursuing her acting dreams. Harold warned her that there would be a lot of routine work, and at the end of the day it might not be appreciated by critics. However, Sharon was prepared to do whatever it took to break into the industry, filming in commercials, auditioning for minor roles, and appearing in episodes of TV series. Directors and casting specialists found her very attractive, but timid and inhibited. Despite facing rejection, she persevered and was determined not to return home as a complete failure. Unfortunately, she lacked a support system and a reliable shoulder to lean on during this challenging period. The Hollywood romance with the handsome French actor Philippe Forquet, who was 3 years older, progressed rapidly. Instant feelings led to a quick engagement and the decision to live together. However, once their joint project concluded, the young couple went their separate ways, promising to remain good friends. This added another disappointment to Sharon's life, which she had to endure. After receiving advice from a friend, Sharon took steps to change her image. She sought out the assistance of a personal stylist, the quiet and modest Jay Sebring, renowned for his work with Hollywood actors. Fascinated by Sharon's angelic appearance, Jay embarked on a transformation. He lightened and straightened her curly hair, enhancing her expressive eyes with false eyelashes. Jay also curated her wardrobe, selecting stylish pieces that accentuated her elegance and slim figure. Their friendship blossomed into a romance, with Jay proving to be patient, caring, and wise, given his 10-year seniority. Impressed by the dramatic transformation in Sharon's appearance, Jay presented her blonde portfolio to Martin Renshaw, the director of the film Waste Studio. Renshaw was astonished by the remarkable changes in the image of the girl, who had previously appeared to him as nothing more than a cute ingenue. Jay's influence extended further as he persuaded Renshaw to cast Sharon in the musical thriller The Devil's Eye. This marked Tate's first significant role, prompting her to jump and clap her hands in joy. As the filming of The Devil's Eye concluded, Sebring presented Sharon Tate with a ring and proposed marriage, a gesture she declined, stating that she wasn't ready to be a wife. Disheartened by her rejection, Jay withdrew, while Tate immersed herself in the vibrant life of London. Sharon decided to introduce herself to director Roman Polanski, who was preparing to shoot Vampire's Ball. Initially unimpressed with Sharon's performance, Polanski found her pretty but lacking clarity. However, despite her initial struggles, he took pity on her and gave her another chance. It took 70 takes for Sharon to master a scene with her character Sarah, eventually satisfying the director. At 23 years old, Sharon Tate found Roman Polanski becoming a significant presence in her life, eventually leading her to move into his London flat. Having just asserted that career first, Sharon dramatically changed her mind next to Polanski. Despite his reputation as an outrageous brawler with a dubious appearance, she found him brilliant when he asked, "Will you marry me?" She replied affirmatively, agreeing to marry him. Jay Sebring's despair upon learning about the impending wedding knew no bounds. However, witnessing Sharon's radiant happiness, Jay generously forgave her and remained a steadfast friend to both Tate and Polanski. He became a faithful guardian angel, committed to protecting Sharon until the very end. On January 20th, 1968, a lavish wedding unfolded in London. After the wedding, the newlyweds returned to Los Angeles, where Sharon secured several significant roles, notably portraying Jennifer North in Valley of the Dolls, earning her a Golden Globe nomination. During this period, Polanski conceived and directed the cult mystical psychological thriller Rosemary's Baby, which achieved great success. However, tensions began to arise within the married couple from this point onward. On Christmas Day 1968, Sharon received joyful news that she was pregnant, making it the happiest Christmas of her life. The baby was expected to arrive in August 1969. Sharon and Roman decided that if the baby was a boy, they would name him Paul Richard in honor of their grandfathers on both sides. Despite Sharon's pregnancy, Roman continued to lead a lifestyle filled with entertainment and infidelity. Many observed that Roman seemed oblivious to the treasure he had in Sharon. He maintained the belief that men are inherently polygamous and incapable of remaining faithful to one woman. Although Sharon endured considerable suffering due to his infidelities, Roman hoped that she would eventually come to understand his perspective. On July 20, 1969, Roman Polanski bid farewell to his wife Sharon Tate as she boarded a plane from London to Los Angeles. Their parting moment was marked by Sharon pressing her body against him, her pregnancy palpable. Roman later recalled a fleeting thought that he might never see her again, but dismissed it as absurd. Roman Polanski's next encounter with Sharon Tate was on August 10, at the morgue for identification. Alongside Sharon, three of their closest friends, Jay Sebring, Wojtek Frykowski, and his fiancée, Abigail Folger, were also present. On the night of August 8–9, 1969, Sharon Tate's life, along with Jay Sebring, Wojtek Frykowski, Abigail Folger, and Stephen Parents, were violently extinguished by members of Charles Manson's family in the rented mansion at 10,050 Cielo Drive, where Tate and Polanski resided. Polanski was scheduled to return on August 17 in anticipation of the birth of his son, and he asked Frykowski and Folger to stay with Sharon at the house until his return. However, the deadline for his return kept getting postponed. Sharon, like many pregnant women, was plagued by typical fears that the baby might be born prematurely, that something might happen to her during childbirth, and that she might never see her husband again. In the evening, Sharon Tate, Jay Sebring, Wojtek Frykowski, and Abigail Folger visited the restaurant El Coyote and returned to Cielo Drive after 10 p.m. Sharon unknowingly spared the lives of her younger sisters, Deborah and Patty. They had intended to spend the night with her, but Sharon declined. Jay remained loyal to Sharon until the end, pleading, "End me, but spare her and the baby's life." In a July 1969 interview, a journalist asked Tate if she believed in fate. She responded, "Of course, my whole life was decided by fate. I think something stronger than ourselves is deciding our destinies. One thing I know is that I never planned anything that ever happened to me." One day, Sharon asked her husband to describe his ideal woman, perhaps hoping to meet his expectations. She was pleasantly surprised when Roman answered, "It's you," and added that he didn't want her to change in any way. Sharon confided in her best friend Sandy Tennant about this conversation. Later, she remembered it with incredible shock. After all, Roman's wish came true. 26-year-old Sharon wasn't destined to change. She remained young and beautiful forever.